Hi, welcome to another episode of The Young and the Restless. We open up at the coffee house and Sharon gets a visit from Mariah and Tessa with the baby. And they ask her to babysit while they go on a date. And then we see at society, Chance and Christine discuss the case. And Christine is worried about the prosecution, says there's so much hole in the case. And she is still not able to believe what Michael told her. Then we go over to the Abbott house and we see Tucker and Ashley are having fun talking about their grandson and that Tucker went to one of his music hall. Tucker brags how he is happy to participate in his grandson's class, and Ashley is surprised by it. Then we go over to Devon's, and Devon and Abby are at home, and they discuss the music playgroup that Dominic participated in, and Tucker being there, and Abby is shocked by Tucker. She thinks that he really wants to be a part of Dom's life, and they question if he really has changed or is he just doing it to get back Ashley. And we see that Carl and Jack goes to the motel that Phyllis and Jeremy was at. While I see them there, I'm like, I wish that y'all could leave some fingerprints there to get convicted, because at this point Jack and Kyle deserves it. Just my view. Back at society, Christine wants to go over everything to ensure that there is nothing for Michael to attack, and Chance says that there is a lot of holes to give Michael leverage. Chance says that they should keep digging and looking into Stark. He believes that Stark had something to do with it. Then Chance gets a call. Then we go back to the motel and Jack and Kyle put on gloves. Duh. And they have evidence bags to put whatever they found in it. They continue to search. Then we go back to Abby and Devon, and Abby just wants that they should be cautious when it comes to Tucker, and Devon believes that he has made progress. And then they discuss how they feel about their parents being together and their relationship progressing. At the Abbott house, we see while Tucker and Ashley are talking, Diane comes down, disrupts them. And Tucker and Ashley decide that they are going to go out. But then Diane starts to taunt Ashley that she is picking out wedding dresses and reading bridal magazines. Ashley decides to leave the house, but Diane continues to provoke her. Then we go back to the coffee house and Mariah and Tessa goes off for the date. Back at society, Chance says that he has a new development, and Chance says that he says that the stakeout that he went on the night of Phyllis's disappearance was a setup and somebody wanted him away from the crime scene. Then we see Jack finds a hair strawn of red hair and believes it is Phyllis, and they plan to use it to compare it to one of Summers's hair. Then we go back to the Abbott house and Diane continues to provoke Ashley by saying that she is Diane Abbott Newman or Diane Jenkins Abbott. Not Diane Abbott Newman, Diane Abbott, or should she just be Diane Jenkins Abbott? And Ashley tries to slap her, but Tucker stops her and takes her out of the house. As they leave, Diane laughs. I skip Abby and Devon, they're boring. Then I skip Mariah and Tessa whining about parenting. Then we see that Devon officially gets the name change. Back at society, Chance thinks that it's Stark who called him off to that investigation, and Christine thinks it's just Diane that has something to do with the murder. She doesn't believe Stark has anything to do with it. Chance believes that Stark is involved in the case. Back at the Abbott house, we see Diane sees a program of Phyllis's funeral and she rips it up. She goes to the door and yells that Phyllis, you will be found. Then we go back and we see Chance express that there is too many holes in the case, and Chance is starting to believe that Phyllis was involved in it. And Christine tells him that she can't believe it because there's no way that Phyllis would do that to his kids. But Chance explained that maybe Phyllis is just getting back revenge, just like what Diane did to her. Phyllis tells him not to suck into Jack's fake story, and Christine doesn't think Phyllis would go that far. So we realize that they used a strain of Summer's hair without Summer's permission. Kyle then discussed the tension between him and Summer and Danielle and what he saw. And Kyle drags Phyllis for putting her daughter through it. The hypocrisy. Didn't your mother do the same, Kyle? Then we see Tucker, Ashley, Abby, and Devon all run into each other at Neil Jazz Lounge, and they decide to have a drink. And Devon says that they are celebrating his name change. You can see that Tucker feels some type of way about it. Then we see Diane wonders if the hair is enough to make Christine drop the case against her. And Jack gets a call from the lab, and we get the results. Then we see Devon explains to Tucker that his decision, and Tucker says that he understands. And then we see Chance gets a call from Jack, and he wants to answer, but Christine tells him not to answer. But however, Christine leaves and he answers. And Jack says that he has DNA evidence to prove that Phyllis is alive, and he takes a shot at Chance for not doing his work. Then we end with Sharon getting a champagne, but she doesn't know who sent it. And we see that someone is watching Sharon from the outside. We did see some thought pieces that one of Sharon's old friends will be returning to the show. I guess this is where it comes. Thanks for watching. Bye.